Good afternoon and welcome to this RS Media live commentary of the tasty Premier League clash between Everton and Manchester United. My name's Jordan Soloff. I'll be bringing you a solo coverage of this one. As I said, should be a great game. Everton started the season very well, won their first four games, then got that draw in the Merseyside derby. Man United, we know, have not had a great start to the season, have they? And this would be a big game for them to try and get a win here. But I'll run you through the teams as we probably about 15 or so minutes until kickoff. We'll start with the home side. Everton in goal, number 1, Jordan Pickford. Number 23, Seamus Coleman. Number 4, Mason Holgate. Number 5, Keane. Number 12, Luca Dean. Number 16, Abdoulaye Doucouré. Number 6, Allen. Number 10, Gylfi Sigurdsson. Number 19, James Rodriguez. Number 9, Dominic Calvert-Lewin. Number 20, Bernard. So pretty much full strength for Everton. Key players back today. The likes of James Rodriguez, who didn't play last game. Luca Dean. Good left back. One of the best in the business at the moment, actually. So key players back for Everton in this clash. On the bench for the Toffees, Olsen, Godfrey, Mina, Davies, Gomez, Iwobi, and Tossen. So there's a bit of firepower on that bench if Ancelotti needs to call upon it, which I'm sure he will at some stage in the game. But that's the Everton side, pretty much full strength, as I said. And they'll be looking to get back to winning ways after losing their last 2 games. Now for the Manchester United lineup, a bit of pressure on Solskjaer, you'd think, after some poor performances, really. And obviously, last time out in the league, that really bad 1-0 defeat at home to Arsenal. Really needs a win here this afternoon, the Solskjaer. Their team is as follows. Number 1, David De Gea. Number 29, Aaron Wan-Bissaka. Number 2, Victor Lindelof. Number 5, Harry Maguire. Number 23, Luke Shaw. Number 17, Fred. Number 39, Scott McTominay. Number 8, Juan Mata. Number 18, Bruno Fernandes. Number 10, Marcus Rashford. And number 9, returning to the Premier League side after suspension, Anthony Martial. So that's a boost for Man United. A pretty strong team. And their bench for the Reds: Dean Henderson, Axel Tuanzebe, Nemanja Matic, Paul Pogba, who does not start today, Donny van der Beek, Dan James, and Edinson Cavani. So definitely some strength in depth on the bench there for United. Of course, Paul Pogba has been starting the last few games, but lacked discipline, of course, in that game against Arsenal and last time out, and he gave away that silly penalty, and obviously that cost United the game. Ended up losing 1-0. Aubameyang converted that from the spot, and not starting today, Paul Pogba. So maybe Solskjaer run out of patience a little bit. I don't know. But we've got Fred and McTominay as kind of the 2 anchors in there in front of that back 4. Mata, of course, you could say in the twilight years of his career now, but hasn't looked too bad in the few appearances that he's had this season. And he starts probably on that right-hand side of that 3 behind Martial. Bruno Fernandes, obviously the key player. If he's on form, playing well, Man United have always got a good chance, I think, because he can score, he can create. Obviously, a good penalty taker. He's missed a couple this season, but a good penalty taker, which is always a good weapon, especially with VAR around. United in particular get a lot of penalties, so he'll be ready to step up if need be. Marcus Rashford, of course, is probably the player that's been on the most form, I'd say, top form, especially in the Champions League. That game where he came on and got a hat-trick, doing great things on and off the pitch, is Marcus Rashford. Could be a key player today. So those are the 2 sides. Pretty strong from both, we'd have to say. You look at that Man United bench, in attack, you've got Pogba, Van der Beek, James and Cavani, all potential options to come off the bench and make a difference. They could be key, to be honest. And you look at the Everton bench, not as strong, really. Andre Gomez, Iwobi, Cenk Tossen. I mean, a few half-decent players there, but nothing like Man United's bench, really. So Everton, one criticism I've had of them, really, I suppose, is the fact that they've got a great starting 11, but they lack a bit of depth, I think. And with that 11 they've got on the pitch, they're absolutely capable of beating most teams in the country. But a couple of injuries here and there, as they've had players missing the last couple of games, and they've lost them. So maybe they lack a bit of depth, but if they could keep their best 11 fit, they will have a good season. And who knows? Not going to say they're going to mount a title challenge. They started the season well, but I'm not sure. Not sure about the title, but they could be up there fighting for a European spot. Last meeting between these two sides, I say, back in March of this year in the Premier League at Goodison Park, where the game takes place today, and it finished 1-1. Calvert-Lewin was on the score sheet that day, as was Bruno Fernandes. Dominic Calvert-Lewin, quick word about him. I mean, joint top scorer in the Premier League with Son on 8 goals. Everything he touches turns to gold at the moment, really. Just started the season so well. I mean, scored all different types of goals as well. He scored tap-ins. He scored some nice shots. Great header of the ball. Clearly, his work with Duncan Ferguson has helped him with his work in the air, because he's very dangerous. It's a weapon to have crossing the ball in. He scored a few good headers. And yeah, it'll be interesting to see how he does today. I mean, he was kept quiet probably last time out, and but he's a dangerous player, and he's still on form. And Man United's defence has not looked the strongest, has it? Let's be honest. So he'll fancy his chances to bag 1 or 2 at least today. We'll have to wait and see. Everton sit currently 5th place in the Premier League. They've played 7, won 4, drawn 1, lost 2. They've got 13 points and a +4 goal difference. As I said, they started the season so well. They won their first 4 games. Then they drew against Liverpool. Probably lucky to get that draw, to be honest, with a very controversial VAR decision at the end to rule out a goal for Henderson. But then they lost their last 2 games. And they're going to have to stop this little run going on the last couple of 3 games in a row now. They haven't won. So things look a lot different than they did 4 games in for Everton. Still in a good position, 5th. A win today for them would, at least for a few hours, I think, or maybe for the rest of today, put them back top of the league on goal difference. So we'll see. Man United, we know what the start to the season they've had. They sit 15th after 6 games. They played 1 less than Everton because of their European adventure. Last season in the Europa League, they got an extra week off before they started their campaign. They've won 2, drawn 1, lost 3 already. So they've got 7 points and a -4 goal difference. Is quite remarkable, really. Team of Manchester United to be sitting 15th in the league. You can understand it maybe after 1 or 2 games, but they've played 6. And they could be even further down after today, who knows. But their away record isn't terrible, let's be honest. I mean, they did lose in Turkey midweek in the Champions League to Istanbul Başakşehir, but in the Premier League and just domestically, they've been very good. I think they won 9 or 10 games in a row away from home. So started the season quite well, and their 2 wins in the league this season have come away. They won away to Newcastle and Brighton, and it's their home form that's been a problem. They drew 0-0 against Chelsea, and then they've already lost 3 home games, unbelievably. Lost to Crystal Palace, Tottenham and Arsenal. So their former Old Trafford's the problem away from home. You'd think they'd be more confident today, to be honest, than if they were at Old Trafford. So we'll have to wait and see. But defensive errors, as we saw, defensive organisation is the key for Manchester United today. You have to keep the likes of Dominic Calvert-Lewin, James Rodriguez, Allen, Sigurdsson. There's tricky players there. They've got to keep them quiet. And let's be honest, Lindelof and Maguire at the back for Man United haven't been the most convincing pair of they so far this season. And Luke Shaw's been error-prone, shall we say. And Wan-Bissaka hasn't been at his best either. So that defence needs to be on it today as the players walk out of the Goodison Park tunnel. Well, Man United coming out of a different entrance. Harry Maguire holding a wreath, obviously. Remembrance weekend, to expect to have a minute's silence or possibly the last post played. As we remember, those that were lost all those years ago. Of course, Z-Cars plays as it always does as Everton walk out of Goodison. Yeah, really expect a good game. Calvert-Lewin, of course, as I said, joint top scorer with Son. He'll fancy his chances today. As I said, against that Man United defence, you'd fancy him to do something special. But we'll have to wait and see. United, they tightened it up, definitely against Chelsea at home when they drew 0-0. They looked much more organised, but they've been up and down. And what Man United will we see today, I really don't know. All smiles from Ole Gunnar Solskjaer there. Whether he'll be smiling come the full-time whistle, we'll wait and see. But there's Ed Woodward as well, with his mask on. As the players line up now, as the Premier League theme plays. As we said, it's been a sticky start to the season for Man United, and they're up against the Toffees today. So I'm not sure that bodes well for them. We'll have to wait and see, but should be a cracker, to be honest. Everton, Man United. We'll run through the teams one more time. Everton in goal, Jordan Pickford. Back four, Seamus Coleman, Mason Holgate, Michael Keane and Luca Dean. Then they've got Abdoulaye Doucouré, Allen and Gylfi Sigurdsson as a midfield three. And in the front three playing further forward, James Rodriguez, Bernard and Dominic Calvert-Lewin. On the bench, Olsen, Godfrey, Mina, Gomez, Davies, Iwobi and Cenk Tosun. As for Manchester United in goal, number one, David De Gea. The back four, Aaron Wan-Bissaka, Victor Lindelof, Harry Maguire, the captain, and Luke Shaw. The two anchors just in front of the defence, Scott McTominay and Fred. Then the three in front of them, Juan Mata, Bruno Fernandes, and Marcus Rashford. And returning to the side, leading the line, Anthony Martial. On the bench, Henderson, Tuanzebe, Matic, Paul Pogba, Van de Beek, Dan James, and Edinson Cavani. So we're in for a good game here. Hard one to call, to be honest with you. The key battle, I think, will be in that midfield. Allen and Doucouré have been great signings for Everton. They'll be looking to dominate that midfield against the likes of Fred and McTominay. The bench could come into play, as I said. Key players on the bench for Man United. A stronger bench than Everton, let's be honest, because Man United have got better depth. Interesting to see Jordan Pickford as well put back into the starting lineup for this game. Of course, Robin Olsen played Everton's last game in their defeat, and maybe that was just a little timely reminder to Pickford by Ancelotti that your place is not safe and you have to start performing well if you want to keep your position. But Pickford is back in today. The faith's been shown, and he needs to play well, doesn't he? Jordan Pickford, with a bit of pressure on him. If he makes mistakes today, then again his place possibly is in jeopardy. As the players line up now around the centre circle, ready for a minute's silence. Could just listen to the tannoy at Goodison Park. Of course, shame again that there are no fans in this stadium for this one. As the two wreaths laid on the pitch by each club, and the officials and the players around the centre circle as the minute silence is about to begin. With the last post. Everton remembers on the big screen as the last post plays. And there is a minute's silence after the last post was played, the whistle blown by the referee to signal the end of that, and the players line up in their positions, ready for kickoff in this one. Should be a very good game. And hard to predict, as has been every Premier League game so far this season, let's be honest. Solskjaer, no smile now. He looks focused, he looks concentrated on that touchline. Needs 3 points, doesn't he? As I said, Man United 15th in the table. For a club of their stature, one of the biggest, if not the biggest in the world, that is just, that is not on, is it, for them? Players take the knee, and now we kick off. Well, they did kick off, but Everton players ran into the Man United half too quickly, and we will kick off again. Fernandes playing it back to Harry Maguire. We are underway here at Goodison Park. It's Everton against Manchester United. We'll see how this one plays out. Should be a very tasty game, that's for sure. As I said, so hard to predict this one. I think the battle will come in midfield, let's be honest. And can Man United manage to dominate that midfield with the likes of Fred and McTominay? I'm not so sure. Man United do have that strength in depth on the bench, as I said. That really may come into play. We'll have to wait and see, but yeah. Quiet start to this one so far. I've just got a slightly buffering stream, which is helpful. Back on now, and the teams will just feeding each other out early on. Man United with a bit of possession. And at the back now with Maguire across the Shaw. Shaw striding forward now, and he plays it forward towards Martial. And Martial just clips Holgate. The ball runs back into the hands of Jordan Pickford. Stream working now. Hopefully it does not buffer, since it's a solo commentary. That would not be ideal, would it? I do have my Poppy badge on here as well, as you see, to commemorate. The ball launched forward, but all the way through into the arms of David De Gea. He throws it out wide left to find Luke Shaw. Fair few early touches for him inside the first 2 minutes. Shaw's pass is intercepted though, but only as far as Fred. Now McTominay. Back to Maguire. Here's Bruno Fernandes. Mata. To Wan-Bissaka. Fred. Good little football here. And Fernandes tried to thread the ball through to Martial. Just couldn't quite get it right, and Everton managed to clear. Ball headed forward by Maguire. Then it's headed away by Holgate, and Calvert-Lewin tries to head it down to Sigurdsson, but he can't. And Man United dominating possession so far in this opening 3 minutes. It will make a big difference. The players that Ancelotti has back today, the likes of Luka Dean, James Rodriguez, key players for them if they're to be successful this season. Seamus Coleman now plays it back to Michael Keane. He was going to play it back to Pickford, but then quickly changed his mind, and he chips the ball forward down the right-hand side, but can't find a blue shirt, and it's straight to Luke Shaw. Fernandes back to Fred. Across to McTominay. He strokes it across further to Aaron Wan-Bissaka. Mata now looking to play Martial inside, but it is blocked for a United throw-in. Scott McTominay. Back to Lindelof. As I said, Maguire and Lindelof not had the greatest start to the season in the Man United defence, and they need to fix their form, really, if United to start winning games. I mean, you can't make defensive errors like they have done. That whole Man United backline, really. So then they want to try and put in a solid performance today against tough opposition, let's be honest. As I said, Calvert-Lewin on fire. To keep him quiet is a tough ask, but that's what they'll be hoping. As Man United have the ball now, but it's a good interception by Allen. It's been a very, very good signing for Everton so far. Works hard in the centre of the park, wins the ball, gets them playing forward. But Man United on top so far in these early stages without creating much chance. And the cross by Luke Shaw hits Rashford, and it goes out for an Everton throw-in. I had a lot of possession so far, Man United. Haven't done a lot with it, but been in control, and they'll be happy with that. They wouldn't want Everton to take control this early on and put them under pressure, consistent pressure. But no, Everton haven't yet got hold of the ball. Very early days, of course. Lots of football to be played in this game, but Solskjaer will be relatively happy with the start that they've made. Fernandes leaps but can't win the ball ahead of Doucouré. Here is Doucouré now across to Luca Dean. Back to Holgate, across to Michael Keane. Coleman now striding forward. James Rodriguez plays a lovely ball out wide to Luca Dean, and here's Bernard now looking to take on Wan-Bissaka. Bernard cuts inside too easily, crosses it in, and Calvert-Lewin with the header. Oh, and it's just over the bar. Good play by Everton. It's far too easy. Far too easy for Bernard here to get the ball and just cut inside and make and cross it in. I mean, really poor from Wan-Bissaka. And it was a lovely little flick by Dominic Calvert-Lewin, looking to find the far corner. Got a good head on it, ahead of Maguire. It's just a yard too high, and it hits the back post behind the goal that holds the net up. And first bright spark there for Everton. Far too easy though, the way Bernard cut inside on his strong foot and swung it in towards Calvert-Lewin there. Wan-Bissaka was not close enough to his man and let him cross too easily. Everton with the ball again. Allen chips across to Luca Dean, who plays it inside to Sigurdsson. Now Holgate back to the Icelandic Sigurdsson. Luca Dean. His pass towards Bernard is blocked by Wan-Bissaka for an Everton throw. Richarlison, of course, still a loss for Everton, another key player, but he isn't yet available, not in the squad today. But it gives an opportunity for Bernard to try and impress Ancelotti and try and make a statement that he deserves to be in the starting lineup. It was a bright start from him there with a good cross towards Calvert-Lewin. Another chance for Everton with Doucouré. Bit of space in that final third. Here he is again. Finds Luca Dean. Luca Dean, that time Wan-Bissaka stops the cross, and it will be a corner for the Toffees, the first corner of the match as we approach the 8-minute mark. And it'll be Gylfi Sigurdsson coming over to take it, an in-swinger. First goal could be crucial in this one. United won't want to go behind after dominating the ball in the early stages. They haven't really done much in that first 5 minutes, and Everton have been a lot more effective when they've had possession. Sigurdsson with the corner. It's headed clear by Bruno Fernandes. Back to Sigurdsson now. Bernard. Nice little Cruyff turn. He crosses with his left foot. That time it is blocked well by Aaron Wan-Bissaka. Mata comes in with the challenge and it'll be an Everton throw-in. Bernard's been very lively on that left-hand side so far. Wan-Bissaka probably have his work cut out for this game. I mean, going to have to be fully concentrated throughout because Bernard is a lively character. Always looking to take on his man and head towards goal when he gets the ball. Here's Michael Keane. Martial trying to pressure him. It's a good ball forward by Keane into Calvert-Lewin, who controls with the left and then plays it back with his... So he controls with the right, plays it back with his left foot. Bernard finds the overlap of Luca Dean. Sigurdsson inside to Bernard. Nice little play by Everton. Bernard looking to play it round to James Rodriguez. Cut out by Luke Shaw, but a good flip by James Rodriguez. Oh, and Seamus Coleman looked to dink it into the area towards Calvert-Lewin. It went all the way back to Bernard. Bernard back to Luca Dean. Dean crosses it in. Dangerous cross. Sigurdsson couldn't get his head to it, and Harry Maguire heads it away. Only as far as Allen. Doucouré. Nice little intricate play by Everton to create that chance, and a couple of crosses into the box. Just couldn't find an Everton shirt. Man United managed to get it clear, but the build-up has been tidy. And yeah, a little bit too much space. Pockets of space in that final third for Everton to use. And at United, some players not getting close enough to their men, you'd think, but need to just tighten up a little bit at the back. But that's been the story all season so far for Man United, as Coleman looks to play a pass inside to James Rodriguez, which is cut out, and the ball flies back to Maguire. Yeah, they've got no real problem going forward, Man United. They've got a litter of talent, really, on the pitch here and on the bench. But defensively, there have been a lot of question marks. Long ball forward, looking to find Juan Mata in behind, but it runs all the way through to Jordan Pickford. Everton still with possession at the back here. Now back to Pickford, who will be, I'm sure, very pleased to be back in the starting lineup. Yeah, obviously taken out in the last game, wasn't he? And he did get, it was praised and kind of got the backing that he needed, really, I suppose, by Gareth Southgate, the England manager, by saying that at the moment Jordan Pickford was still his number one. There's no real competition for that place yet. So that was a boost for Pickford, and it's a boost that he's back in the lineup today. As I said, having been dropped for the last league game, Olsen didn't do a lot wrong in that Everton goal. They did lose, but didn't do a lot wrong. But Pickford back in today, and he'll be looking to play well and just cement his place now, have a streak of games in this side. Here's Coleman, has also seen a lot of the ball, the Everton right back. Looked to play it forward to Decore. Shaw was in there first. Everton throw. Still no Alex Telles for Man United. The Samasani still out with COVID-19. We wish him well. We hope he's back as soon as possible. But it gives an opportunity for Luke Shaw to try and improve his form, really. He hasn't been at his best in a lot of games, and his career's kind of taken a funny turn, I suppose. Years ago, when he was really young, kind of a teenager, he looked so promising. He looked like a good player, but as he's got a bit older now, his questions about his fitness, weren't there? And now there's just errors in his game that he needs to kind of try and wipe out. And Solskjaer still showing faith, of course, by putting him in the starting lineup. But you think when Alex Telles makes a full recovery and he's fully fit and ready to go again, he may be first choice considering the money that Man United spent on him. And he's a good player, Telles. I think it's a good signing. You'd expect him to be in the team ahead of Shaw. James with a good header to Decore. He flicks it back to James. James with the ball looking for Luca Dean. He did very well to keep it in, but could only hook it towards Juan Mata, who chips clear. McTominay almost lost possession to Calvert-Lewin in a dangerous area there, but he just about got away with that one. Here is the Scot on the ball now. Back to Manchester United captain, Harry Maguire. I just want to keep a bit of possession here. They haven't created any chance yet in the opening kind of 14 or so minutes. So, yeah, been a bit pedestrian at times, I suppose, just kind of stroking it about at the back. If they can move the ball a bit quicker, possibly they could get a little bit more joy in that final third, try and create some chances. Yeah, hasn't been a great performance from Man United so far. Not been terrible, let's be honest. They haven't given too much away so far, but they need to do a bit more going forward. Allen with the ball now. Luke Shaw tidies that up nicely there with the back heel to Fred, and here's Bruno Fernandes. Plays it out wide left to Luke Shaw. Into Rashford. This is a nice little play by United. Fernandes now goes for goal. And it's blocked by Sigurdsson, and Pickford will try and run and prevent the corner, but he can't, and it will be a first corner for the away side. Quite a hopeful effort by Fernandes, about 25 yards out. Not even sure it would have gone on target. It may have, but Sigurdsson got the block in. Pickford tried his best, but could not prevent the corner, as the replay is shown there of a no-look header by James Rodriguez. Very cheeky, but he's got a clever pass like that in his locker. Corner swung in. It's headed clear. Fred goes for the volley, but completely misses his swing. Then Fred volleys back in to Anthony Martial. Oh, what a chance. That is a golden opportunity for Manchester United. The corner was swung in. It was headed volley clear. Not very far, though. Fred missed his swing, but then managed to hook it back in. Martial well onside, controls it well with his left foot, and then stabs at it with his left foot. It's a golden chance. It's just a few inches wide of that right post. What a chance for Manchester United to take the lead at Goodison. Martial, I don't want to be too harsh on him, but should score, really. Rashford's won it back in a dangerous position, though. Here's Bruno Fernandes. Back to Marcus Rashford. Cuts back on his right foot. Feeds Bruno Fernandes. Good block. Rashford now completely miskicks his volley, but it does float towards the goal. And Pickford wasn't sure where it was going, and it lands on the roof of the net. A good little couple of minutes for Manchester United here. Marcus Rashford cut back on his right. Played it back to Bruno Fernandes on the edge of the box. His shot was blocked, and then Rashford completely miskicked his volley, but very nearly caused problems. It was only just over the bar, landing on the roof of the net. But going back to that chance before for Man United, what a chance for Anthony Martial. Fred managed to hook it over his own head towards the Everton goal, and it just fell to Martial. 6 or so yards out, maybe a bit more, but he was clearly onside. And stabbed the ball towards goal, and it was just wide. Everton had a chance there. Man United playing about with it a bit at the back. Poor from them, really. I mean, Lindelof played it back to De Gea. It was a rubbish pass, and De Gea gave it straight to Bernard, and they almost were made to pay there. Man United, they got away with it, but sloppy at the back. Ball forward now for United, looking for Martial, but only over his head, and into the hands of Jordan Pickford. Will that golden chance for United there come back to haunt them? Maybe a little bit of rust from Martial. Not played loads of Premier League football this season since that obviously suspension against Spurs. But it's hard to make an excuse for him. I think he should be at least hitting the target with that chance. He took it very quickly, in fairness, but still. Golden chance. Good run by Shaw in behind Everton, but Holgate cut it out well as Shaw played it into the box. It was 1-1 in both matches last season between these two clubs at Old Trafford and at Goodison. That's it. Yeah, Pickford, very sunny, very nice day in Merseyside. Pickford struggling with the sun. A cap may be brought round to him. So try and block a bit of the sun there. I have to wait and see. Oh, what a goal that is! Out of nothing, Everton have taken the lead. Unbelievable. It's Bernard with the goal. I was just saying, Bernard getting this opportunity in the side with Richarlison out. And he needs to impress. And boy, is he impressed. What a chance that was out of absolutely nothing. It happened so suddenly as we see the replay. Pickford just launched the ball forwards. As it was a good kick, flicked on well by Dominic Calvert-Lewin to the edge of the box. Bernard shot, but he squeezed it through the legs of Lindelof, I think it was. As we see it again. Great flick on by Calvert-Lewin to Bernard. Bernard onto his strong foot. Hit it, through the legs of Aaron Wan-Bissaka, and it just crept in that near post. It didn't even hit it very well, but it was all about the placement from Bernard. Really didn't get much on it. Not a lot of power, but great placement. And Everton pile the pressure on Man United and Ole Gunnar Solskjaer by taking the lead here out of nothing, really. A long goal kick. Dominic Calvert-Lewin, I said how good he is in the air. A great flick onto Bernard. Bernard onto his right foot too easily. And it just crept in, really. Great placement, the shot was. Great placement. Not a lot of power. But the placement was enough to get it past the hand of David De Gea. Everton 1, Man United 0. And already a concerned look on the face of Solskjaer. And not a good look at all on the face of Ed Woodward. Got to be tighter, though, from Man United's perspective. Tighter to that second ball. Calvert-Lewin won the flick on, and just too easy for Bernard to control it on the edge of the area. Get it onto his strong foot and get the shot away. Far too easy. Wan-Bissaka, Lindelof, they need to be tighter to their men. Again, a ball launched forward, and Calvert-Lewin winning those flick-ons. He's winning everything in the air at the moment against those Man United centre-halves. Maguire and Lindelof not dealing with Calvert-Lewin at the moment. Sigurdsson crosses it in. That is headed away by Maguire, and United need to be careful here that this game doesn't get away from them quickly. Here's Luke Shaw. Will be a Man United throw. Mata, Martial and Rashford have swapped positions at the moment. Martial on that left, Rashford on that right. Rashford looked to play a nice little flick through to Mata, but it didn't quite work. And now the ball is launched forward by Pickford again. And once again, Dominic Calvert-Lewin wins the ball in the air against Lindelof. He's causing so many problems up there, Calvert-Lewin. Just so good in the air. Such a good aerial presence. Great leap on him. Strong in the air. Those United defenders really struggling. And for as much as Everton can play it around nicely on the floor, they've got that weapon. They can just chip it forward to Calvert-Lewin and get some joy. Here's Luka Dean with space on the left now. He swings it in. His cross is too heavy looking for Calvert-Lewin, and it runs over his head all the way out for a Man United throw-in over the other side. Not sure if Maguire's slightly limping as the camera's on him there. Keep an eye on that one. It was a nice ball into Martial there, not a great layoff. It did find Wan-Bissaka. That is a superb cross-field pass to Marcus Rashford. Rashford goes for goal. And it's well wide. Great pass there. What a pass that was by Scott McTominay to Rashford. Long diagonal pass to that left channel. Rashford looked to take it early. Really not a good shot though. Far wide of Pickford's goal. That's better from United though. Playing it forward early. Good pass to Rashford. The likes of Rashford and Martial, they're the danger players, and Bruno Fernandes. They can make something happen for United, but at the moment it's just, as I keep saying, defensively. Not at it, giving Everton too much space in the final third. Calvert-Lewin causing too many problems, especially in the air. Bernard getting too much space on that left-hand side. If that continues, then there's certainly more goals in this for the home side. Just about past the halfway point in this first half. Everton 1, Man United 0. That goal from Bernard separating the sides. Can't say it was a great shot, as I said, but placement was perfection in just inside that post. De Gea could not get down in quick enough to stop it. Better passing from United on the edge of the Everton box. Luke Shaw looks to chip it in. It's a good chip in, and it's 1-1. What a goal that is. Manchester United, lovely little passes in the middle of the park, and then as they approached the Everton goal, more intricate pass on the edge of the box. Ball was then swung in. It was a great delivery, and Bruno Fernandes running in, great header, bang, past Jordan Pickford as we see it again. Intricate part on the edge of the box. And it's Bruno Fernandes who actually played it out wide. Sorry, Mata that played it out wide, and the cross was swung in beautifully. Mata out wide. Luke Shaw with the cross in. He'll get the assist, and it's Bruno Fernandes. Great leap Great header across goal, in between the two Everton centre halves into that top corner. And after 25 minutes, it's Everton 1, Manchester United 1. Bruno Fernandes leapt brilliantly and headed past Pickford. Great goal. And a arm up celebration from Solskjaer. Big goal for him. Big goal for United. 1-1. Coleman running forward there. Was about to cross it in or win a corner, and it's a cheap free kick to give away by Luke Shaw. Yeah. Stuck a little leg out, just caught Coleman. There's be a chance for Everton to swing it in. Probably with pace, try and put pressure. Obviously, we know how good Calvert-Lewin is. Could be danger again for United, but they are on level terms. Great build-up play, some nice passing. Fantastic cross by Luke Shaw, and an equally good header from Bruno Fernandes, not known for his goals with his head, but that one was fantastic, that header. Sigurdsson and James Rodriguez are over the ball here on the right-hand side. 2 in the wall for United. They're going to whip this probably under the crossbar. It's James Rodriguez who floats it in. It's headed clear. Fred then cushions it off and United clear, and there could be a chance for a counter-attack here. Here's Bruno Fernandes. Plays it forward. Here's Mata. Mata swings it in, looking for Fred or Rashford in the box, but it's straight into the arms of Jordan Pickford. So that was a chance there. A quick counter for United. Lindelof began it with a volley forward, and Fernandes played it down that left channel to Mata. Mata lifted his head, tried to pick out a red shirt, but couldn't, pardon me, and Jordan Pickford, easy catch for him. Here's Holgate. Everton need to just kind of wrestle control again of this game. Had a good spell, and obviously they took the lead, but then United have answered well. But that's good play. Chance for Luca Dean into the area. Luca Dean! I think he hits the woodwork. What a chance that is for Manchester United. If anything, it's wasted. Great 1-2. Dean started with the ball on the left-hand side. He played Bernard. Bernard with a lovely reverse pass back inside to Dean. Dean motored into the area and he smashes the ball against the near post. De Gea probably was beaten from the sheer pace of the shot. Look how frustrated Calvert-Lewin is. Surely Luca Dean had to try and pick out a man there or maybe go across goal. That was probably the wrong option, what he did there. And a good chance for Everton, a wasted chance. Great link-up play involving Bernard, though, who has possibly been Everton, obviously scored the goal, and I wouldn't say possibly, has been Everton's best player so far, but chance for United now. Martial, into Rashford. Rashford looked to play Martial as Martial made the run through the Everton defence in behind, but Rashford's pass was just too heavy, and it rolled back into the hands of the England number 1. Allen heads it back again to Pickford. Pickford drop kick, quick pass forward, and it's a fantastic pass into the feet of Calvert-Lewin. Great distribution there. Calvert-Lewin lets the ball run, and is Bernard now running at the Man United defence. Bernard gets past Pickford, but Fred just gets a foot in, and causing problems is Bernard on that left-hand side for Everton. United can't really deal with him. Good link-up play down the left between Bernard and Calvert-Lewin. Calvert-Lewin once again came on his left foot far too easy. In the end, it was good tracking back by Fred to stop that danger. But yeah, looking good for more goals for both sides here. From a neutral perspective, it's a very good end-to-end game here. Both teams looking quite good going forward, with the potential to score more goals and not very solid at the back. So 1-1 as we approach the half an hour mark, and you'd like to think many more goals in this. Launched forward again by Pickford, looking for Calvert-Lewin. That's better from Lindelof, who got closer to Calvert-Lewin and managed to get ahead to it. That's good play by Fernandes. Had a bit of space, looking to feed through Martial, but it was well cut out. Now Everton have the ball, but Fernandes is down. The referee has given a free kick to Michael Keane's frustration. don't see much wrong with it at all, to be honest. Keane is tight to his man. I can't see much contact with the man there. He gets a toe in and he wins the ball and just flicks it away. Yeah, strange decision for me there, but it is a Man United free kick, far out. You would think beyond the shooting range, but I'm not so sure. I think he's going to go for goal here. Is it Rashford? I think it's Bruno Fernandes actually that's over the ball. He goes for goal, and it wasn't an easy one to deal with. It was dipping, and good hands from Pickford in the end. It was just went over a few heads. It would have been almost unsighted, not an easy one to deal with. And Pickford dealt with it well. Good hands, strong hands. And yeah, it remains 1-1. Just surpassed the half an hour mark now. Here's Luke Shaw. He did very well for the Man United goal. Just a great cross, got the assist. Great cross to Bruno Fernandes. Tomlin was looking for the long one towards Rashford, but it was dealt with by Coleman and then cleared. United have it again though with Shaw. Fernandes. Fred. Maguire across to McTominay. Finds the English right back, Aaron Wan-Bissaka. McTominay seeing a lot of possession in that middle of the park now for United. Wan-Bissaka again. Fred with a nice pass. Space for Rashford to turn and drive at the United defence. Here's Bruno Fernandes looking to find Rashford again. And it's in. United lead. That is fantastic play by Manchester United. Good build-up play, passing it around. Rashford turned. He found space in that pocket. Drove forwards to the Everton defence. Played Bruno Fernandes. Bruno Fernandes chips it back to Rashford. Here it is. Fred's with a great pass forward. Rashford turned. Played Fernandes in. Fernandes dinked it over the head of Keane back to Marcus Rashford. And Marcus Rashford gets a little head on it just to guide it into that far corner off the post as well. Perfect placement. No chance for Jordan Pickford. And what a turnaround we have here. 33 minutes on the clock. Everton 1. Manchester United 2. Bruno Fernandes has played a key part in both. What a header that is by Rashford. Didn't need to do much. Just a glancing header. Didn't really affect the flight of that ball by Fernandes. Just needed to get a little something on it to guide it in. And that was a great play. And what a response from Man United after going 1 down here at Goodison Park. Credit to the players here. Their heads didn't go down. Didn't look like they were going to capitulate. They were straight back at it. And now they have 2 goals in this first half. And just great build-up play. Passing. Link up between Wan-Bissaka and McTominay and Fred. And then Fred with a delightful ball forward. Rashford had too much space in that centre. He drove at the defence. He played in Bruno Fernandes. Fernandes, we know what he can do in that final third with those passes. A perfect little dink over the top to Rashford. It was well onside. And that glancing header in off the inside of the post. A great goal from a United perspective. And they lead here. Late challenge from Holgate on Martial. And he is booked his first booking of the season. And the first booking of this match. Deservedly so, I think you'd say. United coming forward again. Calvert-Lewin looking to get the better of... Wan-Bissaka looking to get the better of Luca Dean. He wins a throw. Wan-Bissaka can't keep it in. It's an Everton goal kick. Pickford just telling his players to calm down a little bit. Here it is again. Just an inch perfect little deft dink by Bruno Fernandes. Does he even touch it, actually? I don't know. We all thought, I'll tell you what. That could be another Bruno Fernandes goal, you know. I keep saying about fantastic header from Rashford, but you keep watching it. And I said that his header didn't affect the the flight of the ball, the path that it was taking. I'm not sure Rashford gets a touch on it at all. It could well be another Bruno Fernandes goal there. He dinked it in, looking for Rashford. It definitely wasn't a shot, but I'm not sure Rashford touches that. I'm not sure he gets his head to it, and it could be a double for Bruno Fernandes in this first half. With await confirmation, I think the goals decision panel will have to look at that and decide. Only Rashford knows really whether he touched that ball. I'm not so sure. I'm not so sure. It could be a Rashford goal, or it could be a second Fernandes goal. That is hard to say. I think it could be a Fernandes goal, to be honest with you. Frustration from Alan there, giving away a cheap free kick. Yeah, I'm not sure. I'm not sure at all that Rashford's touched that. I think it's a Bruno Fernandes with both goals. Everton's struggling to keep hold of the ball now. Man United have wrestled control of this match after going 1 down. And yeah, Martial's in here. Oh, flag went up late. Very good signs here for Man United though, and Everton still 10 minutes away from the half-time whistle, but I think Everton are the team that need that half-time whistle more. They need to regroup in that dressing room and listen to what their manager Carlo Ancelotti has to say, because despite taking the lead, it's not been a scintillating performance from them. We've seen a lot better from them this season. As for Man United, I haven't seen much better from them, especially in the Premier League so far this season. This is a game they have to win. As I said, they're in 15th place. After going a goal down, they've responded so well. And fantastic. And yeah, we'll see how. Very intriguing to see how this plays out from here. Can Everton try and find an equaliser and wrestle back control of this game, or could Man United maybe run away with it? Pickford to Allen. Everton needs to try and push players up the pitch here. United pressing well, and Everton have kind of been forced back into their own half for a large part of this first half now. And they need to try and push forward. Is Luca Dean. That's their best form of attack at the moment for Everton. Is down that left side, the combination of Luca Dean and Bernard and Calvert-Lewin when he comes across. That's where they've got a bit of joy, Everton, and they've caused a few problems. But other than that, they've not done a lot. And Decore, though, with the ball in. It's a good ball in. Oh, Coleman did control it, but I think he lost control of it afterwards. The first touch wasn't ideal, and Man United managed to get it clear. Crystal Palace Leeds taking place later on today, as is West Ham against Fulham. But they'll be on BT Sport box office. The game on Sky, though, Chelsea against Sheffield United at 5:30 today. Everton coming forward again now with Allen. Offside flag given. Allen wanted the free kick, as did Calvert-Lewin, I think, afterwards, but offside flag is up. And Man United free kick as a result. I think we'll wait for absolute confirmation, but I think the goal will be given. Here we go. Confirmation from the Premier League here. After review, the Premier League Match Centre has awarded the goal to Bruno Fernandes, as Marcus Rashford didn't make contact with the ball. So Bruno Fernandes with both goals for Man United in this game. Bernard put Everton in front with a well-placed finish, but Man United have been well on top since then, responded brilliantly. And yeah, that double for the Portuguese, Bruno Fernandes, has put the Red Devils in the lead here at Goodison in what would be a massive 3 points, considering their starts of the league season, really. But as I said before kickoff, away form has not been the issue. Their 2 wins in the league this season have come away at St James's Park and at Brighton. So it's former Old Trafford that they have to fix. 4 games at Old Trafford, 0 wins, 1 draw, 3 losses. That is terrible for United, the theatre of dreams. It used to be a fortress. It used to be so difficult to go there. Now teams are licking their lips going there, thinking that they can get something from the game. So they'll have to sort that out, United, but they won't think about their home form now. They think about getting the job done here, and with about 5 minutes left of this first half, they've played very well. Bruno Fernandes not happy with the referee there. Possibly for the previous challenge where Coleman looked to be a bit late on Fernandes. And Fernandes got back at Coleman by diving in on him, but he did win the ball. Everton, it'd be a boost for them if they can try and create another chance and get an equaliser before the half-time whistle. That would be a bit of a tide turner maybe for the second half. It was chipped forward to Calvert-Lewin. Calvert-Lewin played it down to James Rodriguez, whose pass was heavy and it's out for a goal kick. Bruno Fernandes is down now. He's undoing his laces on his right boot and he's taking his right boot off. Treatment now. The physio has run on. Yeah, I think that challenge from Seamus Coleman has caused that one. The Everton captain did go in a bit hard on Bruno Fernandes. I have to see, but laces on his right boot and he's taking it hard. I have to see. Showing the goal again. First one, great delivery by Luke Shaw. It's a glorious header as well. Just guides it into that far corner with good power. He used the power on the cross, but it's a really good header. He's pointing at his head as well, Fernandes, because he doesn't score many headers in his career. So far, he hasn't. So, let's be honest, he's done very, very well. And, yeah. Concern though here for Man United. Because he's gone off. Not in a great way, Bruno Fernandes. There's about 2 minutes plus stoppage time left of this first half. That Coleman challenge really has taken its toll by the looks of it. I think it looks like he's going to come back on. We'll see how he does though. I mean, we're so close to half time, they wouldn't take him off just yet because they can use the half-time break to try and do more work on him and try and get him in a position to come out for the second half. So we'll see. Showing there, Martial leapt. Yeah, Martial leapt for the ball with Michael Keane. I think Michael Keane's left arm and then his right leg, accidentally, of course, but caught Martial in the face. And physio's on again. Here we go. Yeah, that follow through. Oh yeah, that's nasty actually. That is dangerous, completely accidental. But Michael Keane jumped for the ball with Martial, and as he's coming down back to the ground, Michael Keane, his right leg goes up and catches Martial in the jaw. I think that's a nasty one, and we hope he's okay. The physio's on there now. Tasty game in Germany later today. Borussia Dortmund against Bayern Munich. The top 2 clubs really in Germany. Always a tasty one. Van der Beek and Cavani warming up on that United bench will just entered 4 additional minutes to this first half. Everton still trailing. Can they nick an equaliser before half-time whistle? Calvert-Lewin penalised there for a push. Lindelof plays the free kick short to Fred. He's short. Yeah, Fernandes seems to be moving okay now. So that will please Solskjaer and the United supporters. Free kick for Everton here. Calvert-Lewin was caught by Fred. Fred laughing. Doesn't agree with that decision at all, but it has been given. Wasn't loads there, to be honest with you. Fred didn't look like he really caught Calvert-Lewin at all, but referee has given the free kick and the chance for Everton to swing it in. The likes of Calvert-Lewin, I mean, so good in the air, Calvert-Lewin. If you can get the delivery right onto his head, spells trouble. Sigurdsson looks to be the one that's going to whip this one in. Here it is. Sigurdsson whips it in. Glanced away by Luke Shaw, only as far as Bernard. Back to Luca Dean. Luca Dean floats the ball back in. Looking for a blue shirt, and a late offside flag is up. And yeah, that comes into that passage of play. Who is it that's offside? Yeah, it's James Rodriguez at the far post. Just went a bit too early as Luca Dean was swinging that one in. About 2 minutes left now of this 4 minutes. De Gea launches it forward. King completely lost the flight of the ball. Martial chased it down, and Mason Holgate had to sweep up and volley it clear. Don't know if he completely lost the flight in the sun there, Michael Keane. It's very sunny at Goodison. Yeah, Pickford hasn't actually been given a cap, so he's taken the risk, really, the whole half. The sun being in his eyes. De Gea will have the same problem in the second half. It's completely shaded at the other end, so I guess it's only fair the goalkeepers get a half each with the sun. But yeah, Pickford hasn't had loads to do, and the 2 goals he absolutely could not save. Here's Mata now. Good play again. Build up from Man United. He's Wan-Bissaka. Can they get a 3rd goal before the break? Good ball by McTominay. Oh, to Martial. Martial tried to volley it back into the danger zone. Didn't really get a good connection on the ball, and it's cleared. Calvert-Lewin. Well won back, though, between Fred and McTominay together. United working really hard in that midfield. And then Allen caught Fred. And Allen is shaking his head, but Allen is booked. So much of his protest. Bit of frustration there. Great work by Man United to crowd out Dominic Calvert-Lewin there and win the ball back, and then win it off James. And then James winning it, and then yeah, it is a foul. Is it a booking? I think they've tallied up a little bit for Allen over this first half, so maybe it's only fair. That's his 3rd booking of the season. 2 more, and I think it is a 1-match suspension. Seconds left of this half. Good early free kick. Martial with a casual layoff to McTominay, and there is the half-time whistle at Goodison Park. Everton took the lead. Man United had a good spell of possession first few minutes, but then Everton had a bit of control. They took the lead through Bernard, who's been very lively in this first half. Pickford launched the ball forward. Calvert-Lewin with a great flick onto Bernard, and his shot from the edge of the area wasn't powerful, but it had perfect placement and crept just inside the post to put Everton ahead. But since then, Man United have responded brilliantly. And started with Bruno Fernandes getting the equaliser. It was a great ball in by Luke Shaw, perfect ball in, and Bruno Fernandes with a fantastic header, cross goal into the top corner past Jordan Pickford to equalise. And then he struck again, albeit a bit lucky, really, in the way that Bruno Fernandes gets on the score sheet. It was a good ball forward by Fred. Marcus Rashford turned, drove at the defence, played the ball to Fernandes on the left edge of the box. He dinked it in, looking for Rashford. Rashford leapt. Looked like Rashford had glanced the ball into the corner, but on second viewing, the ball actually went all the way in from Bruno Fernandes. He chipped it. He chipped it towards Rashford, and it just ran all the way in. No touch from Rashford. Not possible, really, for Pickford to save it. It was just one of those that just goes all the way in. So Bruno Fernandes at the double. It is Everton 1, Manchester United 2 at half-time. And, yeah, a very good first half for Solskjaer, under pressure. And, yeah, going to have to see a reaction from Everton. Just have a little look at the stats for this first half then. I mean, 44% possession to Everton, 56 to Man United, the away side. Everton have had 16 attempts on goal to United's 14, both with 5 on target. My bad, I had the wrong stats up there. Wrong stats completely up there. The possession is actually 51% to Man United, 49 to Everton. So Man United did have the possession. I was looking at the stats of last season's game, which was a lot more dominant for Man United. Interestingly, Man United dominated the stats that I just read out there in that game last season, but they only drew 1-1. So it just shows you that stats don't really matter in football. It's all about that one stat, which is the goals. But in this first half, it's 49% possession to Everton, 51 to Man United. Everton have only had 3 attempts on goal and 1 on target. Man United have had 8 attempts and 3 on target. So Man United have been more dangerous in that final third, really, getting more chances, more shots away. 1 corner each. 2 yellows for Everton, none for Man United so far. Man United have made a few more total passes overall. So, I mean, there's not a lot in it between the stats, but Man United, fair to say, are worthy of their lead. Apart from the goal, if you think Everton's chances, that one where Luca Dean combined nicely with Bernard, and he drove into the area and then smashed it near post, and it rattled off the post. That was the wrong decision from Luca Dean. I think he could have definitely either shot a cross goal. Always what you get taught when you're young, isn't it? Shoot a cross goal, but he didn't. And Calvert-Lewin was frustrated with that chance as well because he wanted the ball played to him. So that's Everton's only real other chance of the game that I can think of. That's for Man United. I mean, yeah, Martial's had a couple of key chances, particularly that one from the corner where Fred missed his swing, but they managed to hook it over his head and over the Everton defence, and Martial was onside and he controlled it with his left foot and then stabbed at it, and it just went wide of the post. So yeah, that was the key. That was a key chance. Key chance. However, United have got their 2 goals. They're double from Bruno Fernandes. He's in my fantasy football team, so I'm very happy about that. And yeah, he's just been very lively Fernandes. He's a dangerous player, isn't he? As soon as he signed for Man United, I knew immediately he would improve them. It's defensively, which they just have to fix up a little bit, I think, at the moment. So yeah, we'll have to wait and see. But yeah, I've got Fernandes and Calvert-Lewin in my fantasy football, and Fernandes got 2 goals. Calvert-Lewin's got an assist. I do not have many complaints so far, should we say so. We'll have to wait and see. If you look at the benches, though, who can make a difference from an Everton perspective in this second half? If they need a change, you've got the likes of Andre Gomez, Alex Iwobi, Cenk Tosun. possibly Tom Davies.
Sorry, I don't know that one.
That was Alexa there. I think as I said Alexa Iwobi. Alexa made a noise there. So I'll just say Iwobi from now on. Funny there. Alexa wanting to get on the act. I won't say her name from now on. But yeah, not as much depth as I said for Everton. There's not as much strength on the bench as there is for Man United. Man United have got Pogba, Van der Beek, Dan James, who we know's got pace, Edinson Cavani, who's still waiting for his first United goal, albeit hasn't made the start yet. But even at his age, he still is a goal scorer, isn't he? He can cause problems up there. And they've got Matic if they want a bit more steel in that centre of the park. So there is depth for United, and is it Everton who haven't been at their best so far? United going forward have been very good. Here's the first goal again though for Everton. It's launched forward and good flick on by Calvert-Lewin. Just far too much space for Bernard. It's so easy for Everton there. All it is a long goal kick. Pickford jumps. He bullies Lindelof there. Lindelof doesn't even jump to try and win the ball really. Calvert-Lewin wins it easily, and then Bernard too easily onto his right foot, and then Wan-Bissaka opens his leg and Bernard just pops it through, not with a lot of pace, but placement was perfect, and De Gea just couldn't get to it. But here's the Man United's first goal. Great little play, Mata linking that play, and then just a great ball by Luke Shaw. And Fernandes on the run. He's on the edge of the box here. But as Luke Shaw crosses it in, Fernandes makes the run. And bang, that header is fantastic from Bruno Fernandes, that first one. Fantastic header. And he points at his head, as I said, doesn't score many headers. And that got Manchester United level. Then they took the lead, of course. It was a good little build-up play. Wan-Bissaka and then Fred. Fantastic pass from Fred between the Everton lines. Such a good pass. I mean, you think Fred might just take the easy option and pass it sideways. He plays it forward into the feet of Rashford, and that ultimately leads to the goal. Playing balls forward in between the lines can always hurt teams. Fred does it here. Rashford knew he had space. He turned, drove at the defence. Fernandes on the kind of the left corner of the Everton box. There is too much, as Rio Fernandez just saying now in the analysis on BT Sport, the distance between the two centre-backs, Keane and Holgate, too big. Fernandez just runs in between the two of them. So Rashford runs in between the two of them. It's just far too easy, really. Not tight enough. It does look like Rashford gets a touch on it, but he actually doesn't at all. The delivery from Fernandes was good enough to go all the way in off the post, and that was Fernandes' second of the game, United's second. And they're leading at Goodison Park in what would be a very good win. Yeah, they're showing that again. Such a good opportunity for Luca Dean. That wasn't, and Calvert-Lewin was frustrated. He was screaming in frustration, wanting the ball there. Couldn't get it, and that was a good chance for Everton to score a second. Sure, there'll be more chances for them in the second half, but I think there'll be more chances for United as well. So, from a neutral perspective, I said you'd like to think there's many more goals in this one. We'll have to wait and see. You just wonder what Ancelotti would be saying in that dressing room. I think he'd be wanting a lot more from his players. It's not been a terrible performance, let's be honest, but giving United a bit too much space in that finals third. It's been a bit too easy at times for United coming forward with the ball to find pockets of space and to create chances. I think Ancelotti will want his team to be a little bit tighter. And then going forward, I think when they create chances, they I need to pick the right option, I suppose. A few minutes now before the second half kicks off. As it stands, Everton would remain in 5th place on 13 points, but having played a game more than Wolves, Chelsea, Arsenal, and 2 games more than Villa, Man City are only a few points behind. So Everton, by the end of this weekend, could find themselves as low down as, I don't know, mid-table, bottom half even. So as for Man United, at the moment, they've only risen a couple of places with this win. They'll rise from 15th up to 13th on 10 points. Still a -3 goal difference. It's that goal difference, obviously, that heavy defeat at home to Spurs, 6-1. Spurs fan, of course, I always like to bring that up as much as possible because that was a joy to behold. But United's -3 goal difference, they need to start fixing that really and getting that back positive because, goal difference, people dismiss it, but come the end of the season, it could be close between teams and it could come down to goal difference. So it's always key. You want the goal difference to be as good as possible. United, the main thing for them here is just to get the win, and they'll be happy to win by 1 goal. But if they can win by more, then that's it. That's even more important. Current live score in the Championship, it's Reading 0, Stoke City 2. A slightly surprising result. Stoke, with that win, would move into the playoffs. It was a fantastic start, wasn't it, for Reading to the season. Were unbeaten for so long. But since then, they've kind of dipped in form and they've lost their last 2 games, haven't they? They lost 3-2 away to Coventry, and they lost 3-0 at home to Preston, which was a poor result for them. And this, they're heading here for a 3rd consecutive defeat, which will close the gap at the top. It will allow actually Swansea City, if they win today, they play today. They're Swansea away to Norwich today. If Swansea win, they will go top on goal difference as it stands. So work to do for Reading on that one. They're into the second half now. They're trailing at home by 2-0. Campbell and Fletcher for Stoke. Interesting to see how that one plays out. Of course, the FA Cup getting underway as well. The first round. Couple of results to bring you so far. 46 minutes played. Tunbridge Angels 0, Bradford City 3. And Exeter City 1, AFC Fylde 1. So massive opportunity for some smaller clubs to do something special in the FA Cup and beat a team who might be several leagues above them. We'll see how that pans out. I've got a couple of games to bring you. Live commentary to bring you tomorrow. Should be exciting. We have tomorrow a double header live from 12:30. Hampton and Richmond Borough Football Club against Oldham Athletic. And then we have Eastleigh against MK Dons. So both, you can watch live commentaries of either of those, or both if you want. You can have them on together. 2 different devices. So live commentary coverage of those from 12:30 on RS Media. So very interesting games there tomorrow. This game, our only Premier League coverage for this weekend, and it's a good game that we've picked though, Everton Man United, and the first half hasn't disappointed, has it? Everton 1, United 2, as Solskjaer strolls out back onto the Goodison Park turf. Well, what a stat I've just heard there. If they can hold on here and win, it will be Manchester United's best run in the league away from home for 27 years. Best Premier League run for 27 years. That is something, isn't it? I've said many times, the home form has been the problem, not the away form. But can they get the 3 points here? Everton will get this second half underway. Looking to see if there any changes have been made. I'm not sure there have been. Second half underway. It doesn't look like there's any change for either team. Yeah, no changes made by Ancelotti or Solskjaer. Early chance for Everton here. Ball was played in by Sigurdsson. Decore ran onto it. Good block there. Rashford now driving up some blue shirts. Allen gets a foot in though, and Holgate. Good bit of body movement to beat Rashford there. But again, Man United have started the second half well, pressing. Tuanzebe's been warmed up a lot in that first half, more than any other United player. So we'll see if maybe he's the first change. Don't know. Bruno Fernandes looks to be fine after that challenge in the first half by Coleman, and he had a bit of treatment for Fernandes, but it looks okay. Yeah, very bright start in this first minute to the second half by Everton. Toffee's looking to get the equaliser. Rodriguez with a good pass into Allen. Allen to Calvert-Lewin. Calvert-Lewin strokes it out wide to Luca Dean. Sigurdsson to Allen. Rodriguez. Looking for options, and he manages to chip it across to Holgate. Good early spell of possession for the home side. Holgate back to Keane. Ancelotti here has already lost the last 2 games. He hasn't lost 3 league games in a row as a manager for 14 years. As it stands, it is happening today. Because Everton lost their last 2 games. Trailing here. Fair challenge by Allen has been lively so far. Luca Dean plays the free kick short. Everton just need to move the ball a little bit quicker to try and just create something, really. I mean, fantastic work by Calvert-Lewin there. Ball was chipped forward. Calvert-Lewin headed it to win the ball. He beat Lindelof in the air to flick it forward to himself and then headed it again. And Wan-Bissaka just a slight nudge to nudge Calvert-Lewin over. And he was completely isolated, Calvert-Lewin. It was a nothing ball, really, chipped forward to him. And he did so well to make something of it. And he wins a free kick in a dangerous position. A chance for Everton to swing it in to get the big men forwards. Michael Keane's up there, Calvert-Lewin, Decore. Holgate. Sigurdsson and Luca Dean are the men over the ball here for this Everton set piece. De Gea lines up his 2-man wall. Who will take it? Sigurdsson swings it in. It isn't great though, and headed away by Wan-Bissaka. Only as far as Coleman. Poor ball forward by Coleman. It runs all the way out to a goal kick, and Ancelotti was not happy with that delivery. It was Sigurdsson. It was really poor. It didn't really beat any man, but Wan-Bissaka was just there to head it clear. Yeah, Duncan Ferguson and Carlo Ancelotti. Not impressed with that delivery by the Icelandic. Is Alan. Late challenge by Bruno Fernandes on Sigurdsson, and Bruno Fernandes is booked for that. Let's have a look at it again. It's a foul, yeah, it's a foul, but is it a yellow card offence? I don't know. He's been frustrated. He's had a few niggles here and there. Fernandes at players. That's his second booking of the season. Just about justified, I say, getting into the referee's book for that one. Keane with a good diagonal ball forward to Luka Dean. He's up against Wan-Bissaka on that left. Wan-Bissaka, clean tackle for an Everton throw. Dan James there with an orange bib on, warming up on the sideline. As are a few Everton players as well. I'm sure it won't be too long until we get our first change for one of these teams. Everton have started the half the better, 6 minutes in. Haven't created too much, but they've had the possession. Coleman looking to beat Shaw. Shaw deals with that nicely though and plays Maguire. Fred with a nice ball to Rashford. Chance for United to attack now. Here's Marcus Rashford. Really good play by Alan. Alan has started the second half brilliantly for Everton, cleaning it up, nicking balls off players, getting his foot in. Fantastic work defensively. He matched Rashford with pace there as well down that channel and won it and then won a free kick himself. Pickford floats it out towards Luka Dean but couldn't get there, and Yerry Mina, another player warming up for Everton, the Colombian defender. David De Gea now, the Man United number 1. Good ball to Shaw. Fred to McTominay looking to play Fernandes between the lines. Couldn't though, but it came back to him. Well intercepted though by Luka Dean, and here comes Everton. Here's Calvert-Lewin. Calvert-Lewin looking for James Rodriguez. Looked for the volley and it was a good block. James popping up in a dangerous position, probably the first time in this match. And that was a good chance. Good chance for Everton, but United pretty solid. Getting the body in front of the ball and making the block. Kind of one-way traffic at the moment in this early stage of the second half. Everton have controlled possession, got into some dangerous areas. They haven't made De Gea work or really created an absolute clear-cut opportunity, but it's been better than large parts of the first half, that's for sure. Holgate chips forward. It's that left channel. They're getting a lot of joy in space. Here's Luka Dean. Plays it inside to James Rodriguez in a dangerous position. Rodriguez's cross deflects, and it's just beyond the reach of Calvert-Lewin, and it bounces into David De Gea's hands. But again, two against one on Wan-Bissaka really between Luka Dean and Rodriguez. Rodriguez's cross was blocked there. Once again, Allen does well in the middle of the park and wins a free kick. He did really well there, Allen, against McTominay. Over 70% possession for Everton in the last 5 minutes. Complete domination of the ball. Just need to try and carve Man United open. Move it a bit quicker, try and work some clear opportunities. Ball floated forward towards Calvert-Lewin. He did get a flick on it, but it was, again, Been times in this match where the ball's been played forward to Calvert-Lewin. It's just been a bit isolated, not a lot of support there. And if he wins a header, there's not a lot around him. But when they can push players forward to get near Calvert-Lewin and play it to him and they can feed off him, that's where they get joy, as we saw with the goal. Long ball forward, Calvert-Lewin's flick. It's Bernard who was up there with him. Bernard scores. A lot of battles going on in the middle of the field at the moment. Everton are winning those little battles in midfield. They've got a free kick here. James takes it short, chips it to Allen. Decore plays it forward to Bernard. Bernard had a bit of space there to go forward and turn back into Fred. He should have just carried on running forward, but didn't. And Fred has carried it forward himself now. Everton have won the ball and won a throw. Good work there between Coleman and Decore. 10 minutes gone in the second half. Still Everton 1, Manchester United 2. Matic, Cavani and Pogba warming up for United. We may possibly see one of those introduced shortly. There is Paul Pogba. There is Cavani, not yet made his first start for Manchester United. And awaiting his first goal in a United shirt. So can he come off the bench today and get that first goal? We'll have to wait and see. Here's Coleman, pressured by Fred, but Coleman managed to stab it back to Holgate. He plays it first time out wide to Luca Dean, who has been a part of a lot of the Everton attacks in this match down that left, combining with the likes of Rodriguez and Bernard. Coleman again. Rodriguez, good ball back into Coleman. Coleman turns, gets past Fred. Still Coleman. What a run this is. Seamus Coleman. Oh, he just started to lose his balance. He drove so well into the area, Seamus Coleman, past Fred, and then just started to lose his balance at the crucial moment, and it allowed United shirts to get across and deal with the danger. But very good work by Coleman in that build-up. It's all Everton here. United cannot keep the ball. They've launched it forward and given it straight back to Everton. United can't keep hold of the ball. They need to try and wrestle back control of this. They do lead, but the way this is going, the pattern in the second half, you think there's going to be more chances for Everton to get back into this one. Decore goes back to Pickford. Holgate again playing that ball forward, looking for Calvert-Lewin in behind, and there's just too much on it, and David De Gea quick off his line to deal with that one. Needed to angle that ball a little bit more there towards Calvert-Lewin. It was always going to bounce quickly through to David De Gea. Here's Rashford to McTominay. A third goal would be massive for Man United. I wouldn't say it's game over, but it kind of does kill off chances of Everton really getting something from this game if they were to trail by 2. Oh, Mata made the run in behind Luca Dean and looked to be played in. It was dealt with, but then Fernandes is pushed to the floor by Sigurdsson, and it will be a United free kick. Just drop my pen there. There it is. Yeah, this will be a chance for United to float the ball into the area, ask questions of the Everton defenders. They've got the big men up there as well in Lindelof, Maguire. They're up there, and McTominay, who's got some significant height as well. Matters over the ball to swing this in. Mata does. Oh, Pickford's dropped it. Oh my. Jordan Pickford there. The cross was heavy and Pickford was backpedaling. Pickford could have left it. I don't know. So Pickford goes to catch it. He loses balance. He drops it. That's a penalty for me. That is a penalty for me. Is VAR checking it? Checks complete, no penalty. Everton get away with one there. The ball was clearly going out for a goal kick. Pickford went to catch it, and he just dropped it, lost balance, dropped it to Maguire. Maguire stabbed it just over, but after that, he gets cleaned out. Gets cleaned out by Pickford and another Everton player. Didn't quite catch who it was. Yeah, Peter Walton for BT Sport, the former referee, also believes that is a foul and a penalty. I have to agree. I mean, Pickford again, we know he's been rash before. Think of the Van Dijk challenge. Here it is again. It's Pickford and Keane. I mean, that's another terrible VAR decision. I don't blame the referee for not giving it, but VAR at Stockley Park, they've got multiple angles to see that one. That's a poor decision. Fernandes plays it forward though to Martial. Good footing by Holgate. A real let off for Everton here. Would have been a chance for Bruno Fernandes probably to step up and get his hat trick. Controversy if Everton do get something from this game. Good ball by James Rodriguez. Luca Dean finds Calvert-Lewin. The flag is up though. There it is. Yeah. It was just offside, but after that, Maguire catches the ball and then the follow through really catches Luca Dean nastily. And because of the late offside flag, Maguire made that challenge. But had the offside been called early, we wouldn't have had that fairly dangerous tackle, to be honest. Luca Dean is still down. Yeah, Maguire wins the ball. The follow through, he does catch. It does catch Luca Dean's left foot with the studs. I mean, it's nasty and it's a painful one for Luca Dean, but it is not a penalty because Maguire crucially does touch the ball first. And he was offside anyway, so there isn't even a debate to be had. Everton players not too happy with the challenge though. Luca Dean is still down. There's that controversy, isn't it? Allowing the game to run on and putting the offside flag up late. That does allow challenges like that to happen, though, and they don't need to be. Offside flag was always going to go up, but the linesman is told to wait to the latest moment really to put it up, and it could have been an avoidable challenge. And we don't know how hurt Luca Dean is here, but could have been avoided. Play resumes though. Just surpassed the halfway point of the second half, so about 3/4 of the way through this match. It remains Everton 1, Man United 2. Everton have not done badly in the second half, but I think created a clear chance really, and Man United, controversially we can say, not given a penalty on Harry Maguire after Pickford had dropped the ball, and then him and Keane had wiped out Maguire. But VAR officials in Stockley Park obviously saw it as no penalty. Here's Shaw. Rashford looking for Shaw again. Luke Shaw did very well. Seamus Coleman was trying to just shield that out for a goal kick, but Luke Shaw managed just to get his leg round and just nick the ball off of Coleman and win a corner for Man United. Bruno Fernandes. the man who's made a difference so far for Man United. He takes the corner in swinging. It is a really poor corner. It barely came off the ground and it's easily cleared. And Everton looking to try and counter now. Calvert-Lewin just got his footing all wrong there and he couldn't keep the ball in. The United throw on the halfway line. First change is about to be made and it's going to be Ancelotti who takes action first, and it looks to be Iwobi coming on. We'll see who for. Iwobi coming on. It could be for, well, if they're going more attacking, it could be for an Allen, but I reckon it could be for Sigurdsson or Bernard, to be honest. I'll have to wait and see. Fernandes penalised for that one. Both pulling each other's shirt a bit there. Coleman and Fernandes. Fernandes all on a booking, so he has to be careful. And there's the sub. It is Gylfi Sigurdsson who makes way, and Iwobi is on for Everton. Can he be the one to make a difference for the Toffees? There's going to be a Man United change as well. Axel Tuanzebe is coming on. I think it might be for Luke Shaw. We'll await confirmation. It is. Yeah, Luke Shaw is off. Axel Tuanzebe is on. So a change for each side here. You think Tuanzebe will slot in where Luke Shaw was at left back. Free kick for Everton inside United's half. Allen plays it short to Rodriguez. He then plays Dean. Bernard now. Good work by Wan-Bissaka, and United can counter quickly here. Great work by Mason Holgate to stop that United counter-attack. Dived in and got a foot in on Martial. Fantastic work. Everton have it again. Dean plays it forward, looking to play Calvert-Lewin in behind, but Maguire was up and headed clear to his centre-back partner, Victor Lindelof. And then Mata is fouled, to the sheer frustration of Bernard. Bernard looks very frustrated, but it was a foul, I think, and United won't be in too much rush to take this free kick. It's still about 25 minutes left. De Gea plays it calmly through the gap of a couple of Everton shirts into Fred. It's going to be an Everton throw though, which is taken very quickly, looking for Calvert-Lewin, but Lindelof stepped in to interfere with that one and then looked to chip it to Bruno Fernandes, but that was too heavy, and it being Everton throw in here. They need to do more, Everton. They really haven't have a good spells of possession, but they haven't created a chance. I can't think of a save De Gea's made, really, in this whole match, actually. They had that goal, which came out of absolutely nothing. Well placed by Bernard. But other than that, Luca Dean wasted a clear chance, really, when he smashed it against the inside post. De Gea hasn't made a save. And that will disappoint Ancelotti because he would have wanted a bit more in the second half. They've just moved it a bit too slow, Everton, around the back, and then they've looked for the long ball a lot to Calvert-Lewin. At times it's been effective. A lot of the times, though, there haven't been players up there with Calvert-Lewin to kind of support him. A bit isolated. But here's a substitute Iwobi into the feet of Calvert-Lewin. Just inside the box now. Calvert-Lewin back to Allen. Good defensive work by United, forcing Everton back. Suddenly they're in their own half again. Here's Bernard. Feeds it through the legs of Mata, and Rodriguez plays Iwobi. Iwobi was a hopeful little dink towards Calvert-Lewin, which is headed clear. Here's the substitute, Iwobi again. Coleman. Everton have been better in terms of where they've played further up the pitch. That's a good ball here. Half-hearted appeal for handball there. United stab it clear. I think Fernandez was lucky just to win the ball. He's on a yellow card, Bruno Fernandez. He needs to be careful. One more. If he does get one sliding tackle wrong, he could walk with a second yellow. Yeah, he gets the ball, but just catches Allen afterwards. Fernandez, had he not got the ball at all, he could have been in trouble. Ancelotti cutting a frustrated figure. His side still trailing 2-1 here. Fernandez wins the throw. We shall see what happens last 20 minutes. Good work by Allen, striving forward, or when intercepted by Lindelof. But it's played forward towards Calvert-Lewin. Maguire comes across to deal with that one. Good play by Harry Maguire, forward to Fred. Fred looking to clip it over the top. What a chance that was. Rashford. Oh. I think Everton defenders waited to see if it was offside. I'm shocked that the flag didn't go up. Rashford, ball was played over the top to Rashford. What a chance for United. He smashes it low and hard. Saved by Pickford. Chance for United to put this game to bed. Here's Martial. Rashford. Fred. Bruno Fernandes. Great play. Oh, Rashford controlled it, but his touch let him down. Fantastic little dink over the top by Fernandes. Intricate passing again from United in that danger zone. Rashford, maybe he could have taken it first time, or if he'd have got that touch right at least, could well have been 3-1, but he didn't, and Everton get it clear. And now Everton come forward. Iwobi. Coleman. Tuanzebe blocks his cross. Everton throw. Definitely at least one more goal in this, I reckon. Coleman looking for options from the throw-in. Here's Iwobi. Doucouré. Good header to James Rodriguez. It's a poor dink though. Lindelof chests it down and then flicks it away. And Fernandes volleys clear. Keane plays all the way back to Jordan Pickford, who himself hasn't had a lot to do. As I said, he's apart from that save there from Rashford, I mean, couldn't do anything for the 2 goals. There haven't been many clear-cut chances in this game. Everton playing at home against Man United, just the 4 attempts, 1 on target. United have had 10, 4 on targets. They've just been a lot better. Chance for United. Oh, it was cut back to Matt on the edge of the box, who had so much space, probably had time to control it and then pick a spot. He took it first time, didn't really get hold of it. It crawled along the floor and was cleared. United really looking to slam the door shut in this game and put it to bed. Here's Allen though. Tried to play it into the feet of Calvert-Lewin, but couldn't. Strong play by Doucouré to win it off Fred. And he plays it out wide to Luca Dean. Here's James Rodriguez. Play across is blocked, but here's Allen now. It does well. Iwobi. Iwobi's ball in. Good defended by Harry Maguire. Calvert-Lewin was waiting to head that in probably. Maguire rose and just flicked it away. Great header. Great defensive work. Rodriguez. Good bit of pressure from the Toffees. Iwobi. His cross is blocked by Tuanzebe. Everton corner. Here it is again. Iwobi gets the cross in. Oh yeah, Calvert-Lewin was waiting for it. Crucial header by Maguire to head that clear. Otherwise, Calvert-Lewin would have got his head to it, and we know what happens when he does that. Into in corner by James Rodriguez. To Nzabi, I think, got his head to it, and it'll be another Everton corner. Lots of attacking players there going for the ball, but Nzabi got his head to it first. Deep corner this time. Maguire again gets his head to it. Rashford heads it clear, and then Bernard, wild volley, high over the bar. United goal kick. Here's the Rashford chance now. Fred played it over the top. I think he's just onside. I think Coleman's playing him onside, and Rashford is through one-on-one at this time. The first touch was good. Had to take it quickly because Holgate was coming. It's low. It's a good save with the feet by Pickford, with his feet. Got something to it, and it remains 2-1 United still. Third goal would surely kill it off. Only one goal ahead, though. It is still game on here, and Everton only takes one chance, and they could be level. Looks like could be Cenk Tosun coming on for Everton shortly. Here's Iwobi. Nzabi applied the pressure, but Iwobi got the free kick. Holgate to Keane. Keane looking forward to Calvert-Lewin. Calvert-Lewin jumped. Got his head to it, but again looked a bit isolated. And yeah, Cenk Tosun just been given instructions at the sideline. Pogba as well, imminently coming on to. Mata keeps the ball alive here in a box for United, but slap pass and Everton get it clear. Good play by Calvert-Lewin. Bernard. Here's Calvert-Lewin driving into the box. Calvert-Lewin looking for the run of Decore, and the pass was blocked. It'll be an Everton corner. Good play, good little exchange between Calvert-Lewin and Bernard, and Calvert-Lewin drove into the area, waited for the run of Decore, and his pass was just blocked by Maguire, but it does go out for an Everton corner. Luca Dean's cross after a short corner is headed clear. Maguire again winning a lot of crucial aerial duels at the moment. A host of changes coming. I think it's going to be Cenk Tosun for Everton and Paul Pogba and Edinson Cavani for Manchester United. So lots of changes being made here as we approach the final 10 to 15 minutes. Coleman was going to cross it in, but then plays it short to Iwobi. Back to Allen. Good pick out, finding Luca Dean. Rodriguez tried to feed through Dean again. Wan-Bissaka stopped that, but then Bernard won it back, and Allen feeds through Decore back to Bernard. Rodriguez floats it in, and that cross is blocked, and it'll be yet another Everton corner. Here comes the Everton change now. And it will be James Rodriguez who makes way for Cenk Tosun. So Calvert-Lewin has a strike partner up there now. Tosun, Rodriguez, of course, who had a slight injury. Maybe wise not to play the whole 90 minutes here, and he comes off, got a good 80 minutes under his belt, and not his best game, but it's had bright little moments. So yeah, Tosun is on. Good chance now. Counter for United, and Rashford steams forward. Then he just took too long to make the pass, and Everton win it back. And there's space now as Everton strive forward. Here's Coleman. Should have played him Fred there, Rashford, but took too long, got the ball nicked off him. Coleman then tried to feed through. Calvert-Lewin didn't get the free kick either and gave it away. Ball given away cheaply though, and here's Iwobi now. Up against Tuanzebe. Coleman back to Iwobi. Bernard, the goal scorer for Everton. His cross is poor, it goes over, out for a goal kick. Here comes Paul Pogba. Could be making way. It could be Bruno Fernandes on a yellow card. It could be Fred or McTominay. It's going to be Juan Mata. Juan Mata is making way for Paul Pogba. And Anthony Martial, who missed that golden chance in the first half, hasn't done much else. He's coming off now, and Edinson Cavani is coming on. Not the best goal scoring record for Paul Pogba. He's scored 2 goals in his last 44 matches for club and country. That's not great, is it? Let's be honest. Goal kicks taken straight to Pogba, and Pogba wins the throw-in. Would be a really big win this for United and for Solskjaer. Eases a bit of pressure off the Norwegian manager and rises United up a couple of places. They need points on the board. Pogba fouls Allen there. Everton free kick. Coleman's driving forward now. Coleman was fouled there. He just got caught by Fred. Fred not happy. I think he might get in the book for that. Not a lot in it again, though. He's getting booked. Third booking for Fred this season. So we will see. Can Everton swing this corner in and grab an equaliser? Holgate and Kane have gone up. The big men are up for the Blues. Luca Dean will swing this one in. It has to be a good delivery. It is a good delivery. Once again, it's Maguire who gets a crucial header away. Fantastic in the air today, Maguire, against Calvert-Lewin, especially in the second half. First half, Calvert-Lewin had the better of the Everton defenders. In this second half, Maguire has been crucial. Deep cross looking for Decore. Everton players appealing for a cheap penalty. Yeah. Fernandes, Everton were paying for a penalty after Fernandes kind of had his arm around Decore, but Decore had his arm around Fernandes. So it's 50-50 there. They're both at it. And it's a goal kick. Of course, these two sides will meet again in the League Cup quarter-final in December. Into the last 8 now. Should be a good game. So this will be the same fixture at Goodison Park. With a good chance for one of the sides to reach a cup semi-final. But focus not on that today. It's on the Premier League, and United 6 minutes plus stoppage time away from what would be a really impressive and big win on the road at Goodison Park. Here's Pogba back to Tuanzebe. Maguire. Pogba. To Nzabi. Well won by Iwobi, and then Keane just won it as well. VAR are going to look at that challenge. I think did Keane win the ball? Looked like he may have just got a toe on the ball. Tossen's going to get booked. I think Michael Keane got the ball there for that challenge. Paul Tierney thinks he got... Does Keane get the ball there? VAR's going to have a look at it, I think. I'm not sure he does, but there's nothing of it. Ball floated to Pogba, who does well. Doucouré comes to sweep up. Cavani wins it back well there. Fernandes. Fernandes is now penalised. Yeah. United could be home and dry by now if they got a penalty for that Pickford and Kane situation on Maguire. I don't know how that wasn't given. I really don't. This is the situations like this where it'd be nice for officials, VAR, and referees as well to come out after the game and just explain decisions, give a bit of clarity to the fans, because there's some baffling decisions that we see, and despite how many times they look at it from different angles, sometimes they still seem to come to the wrong decision. And that's not what VAR was brought in for. It was to try and eradicate human error, which I'm not sure you can ever do because it's still humans controlling VAR. But we should get less bad decisions, and that was definitely another questionable one to add to the list. Fernandes with a poor free kick there, straight to Tossen, and Everton will look to come break clear, but poor touch by Bernard and Man United to get it back. Decent little spell for them. Everton need to get hold of the ball. They really haven't made De Gea work, and that's what will disappoint Ancelotti. Rashford to Fernandes. Fernandes swings it in looking for Cavani. It's very heavy. Tuanzebe will try and keep it in over the far side and does. Doucouré went flying on McTominay, and the yellow cards are coming out now from Paul Tierney. Yeah, that was a bit rash from Doucouré there, catching McTominay. And it is a yellow card for him. The 6th yellow card of the match, 3rd book of the season for Doucouré. 4 yellows for Everton. Holgate, Allen, Tossen and Doucouré. 2 for United, Bruno Fernandes and Fred. This free kick is very central, quite far out. Fernandes lining up as if he's going to go for goal here. It's Bruno Fernandes. He does go for goal, and it dips a little bit, but not enough, and it's over Pickford's crossbar. It was very central, so it's kind of understandable to go for the shot there. Still a bit of a waste. United could have just played it, try and keep the ball, let the clock tick. We've got about just over a minute left of normal time before we find out how many minutes additional time there'll be into this game. Wan-Bissaka chips forward to Fernandes. He plays it one more. He plays it first time forward to Rashford. Rashford does well. Into the area. Rashford. Looking to feed through Cavani. It straight into the arms of Pickford. That was a chance to kill it off. Here come Everton now. Lindelof volleys clear. It'll be an Everton throw, which Calvert-Lewin takes quickly. Harry Maguire's been crucial at the back there. I think with some big headers. Man of the match has been given. Steve McManaman on BT Sports giving it to Bruno Fernandes for his couple of goals. He's done some good things in this game, Fernandes. Some poor distribution from him as well, surprisingly. It's been a bit up and down, but at the end of the day, he's come up with 2 crucial goals. The first, a great header. Second, a bit. I mean, it's lucky, isn't it? Chance for United to kill it off here, though. Oh, the ball was played into Pogba, towards Pogba anyway, and Pickford did well. He rushed off his line and got there first. Had to get there first, otherwise it could have been a penalty. He did well, and here come Everton. Can they salvage a point here? Tossen. The ball is just a bit behind Calvert-Lewin, but Luca Dean will pick it up. Bernard. Luca Dean now. Chance to swing it in. Headed clear by Lindelof. 4 additional minutes we're into now. Luca Dean. Iwobi. Just throughout this second half, the whole game really, they've moved it a bit too slow, Everton. They haven't caused enough problems. Luca Dean with the cross in now. And it's poor. It will run all the way through to Iwobi to keep it alive. Keane now, his cross is blocked by Bruno Fernandes, and Everton throw. Allen. Coleman with a brilliant turn. Decore. Oh, I think Coleman picked the wrong pass there. He turned his man, had space in the box. He cut it back for Decore. Decore leant back and fired it well over the crossbar. Fred was turned easily as he dived in. Decore leant back. He had to get knee and head over the ball there, try and find the target, but he couldn't. Not known for his goal scoring abilities, Decore. To be honest, he pops up every now and again with a few, but that was a poor finish and allows Man United to take this goal kick slowly, let the clock tick. About 2.5 minutes left. Here's Cavani looking to find Bruno Fernandes, but Luca Dean has dealt with it. The United throw down, that's just where they want the ball. They'll try and hold it in the corner. They think United try and keep the ball, run down the clock to Nzabi. Pogba flicks it back to Fred. Here's Wan-Bissaka to Rashford. Rashford clever there. Waited for the contact, bundled over, but it was a foul. Luca Dean too eager to win the ball back, and the clock continues to tick, and United are in a very good position here to see this one out. Been a disappointing performance for Everton overall, really. Apart from the goal, first half, and then that chance for Luca Dean afterwards, haven't really had much in this second half. They've got into good areas, good territories. Haven't done a lot with it in that final third, and as I said, De Gea not made a save. Everton have had, one shot on target in the whole match, which was the goal. Haven't done enough going forward. There is their goal, just shown again on BT Sport. Bernard, good finish, but a great header by Fernandes to equalise. And then his chip towards Rashford. Rashford didn't get any touch on it. All the way in. No chance of Pickford. It's going to be a United win by the looks of it. Rashford's off the pitch for now. He will come back on when he's signalled to do so. Fernandes looking to play Pogba in behind. Pogba gives a free kick away. Pickford was going to launch it forward, but he's played it short in the end. I think they should start launching it forward, to be honest with you. We know what Calvert-Lewin's like in the air. Here's Holgate. Iwobi. Oh, what a chance that was. Ball was played to Iwobi. Iwobi volleyed it first time into a dangerous position. Decore onto it. Didn't get hold of it. Missed it. Here's Allen, though. Everton coming again. Great footing by Maguire. And Everton have bodies forward. And it's 4-on-2 now for Manchester United. Bruno Fernandes. Cavani to score his first United goal, and does. Edinson Cavani scores his first Manchester United goal to seal all 3 points for the Reds at Goodison Park. They were caught cold on the counter, Everton. Of course, they had to throw bodies forward. We're in the last minute of the game. They missed a great opportunity at one end, Everton. And then Maguire with the foot in. And Bruno Fernandes carries it from his own half all the way forward, waits to the last minute to feed through Edinson Cavani, who is never, ever going to miss from there. Cavani, a natural-born goal scorer, has done it in Europe for many, many years. And he scores his first goal ever in a Manchester United shirt to seal a precious and important 3 points for Ole Gunnar Solskjaer and Manchester United. Yeah, just onside there. Had Fernandes waited a split second later to pass it, I think he would have been offside. And there is the full-time whistle. That pretty much was the last kick of the game, that goal. What a win. What a performance for Manchester United. They're worthy of it. Everton toothless at times, really. Didn't do a lot going forward. Left too many gaps at the back as well. They did take the lead, Everton. A long kick from Pickford, flicked on by Calvert-Lewin. And Bernard placed a nice goal in to put them ahead. But United's reaction since then was very, very impressive. And they got the equaliser. Great ball in by Luke Shaw. And Fernandes came in like a train to head home to equalise. And then 7 minutes later, in the 32nd minute, Bruno Fernandes got his second. He dinked the ball towards Rashford in the box. Rashford didn't get a head on it. And it went all the way in off the post. In the second half, Everton, they got into good territories, didn't they? You can say they were brighter, but what did they do with the ball? De Gea didn't make a save. I think they've had one shot I can think of on target, Everton. And yeah, it was just a bit lacklustre from them, a bit toothless. And Man United worthy of the 3 points, and they sealed the deal at the end. Everton threw bodies forwards. Maguire nicked the ball. And Fernandes drove forward at the defence and fed in Edinson Cavani off the bench for his first Man United goal. He'll be pleased with that. And Everton now, that defeat means they remain in 5th place for now. 4 wins, 1 draw, 3 losses, 13 points, a goal difference of +2, but they will drop down the league by the end of this weekend. Manchester United are up to 13th now, 7 played, won 3, drawn 1, lost 3. They've got 10 points. Goal difference still -2 though, in the minus. But yeah, what a result for Man United. They've got no problem on their travels, have they? That's 3 wins from 3 away from home. But it's at home, 4 games at home, no wins, 1 draw, 3 losses. Their next home game is a must-win, really, for Manchester United. They welcome West Bromwich Albion in their next game, and that's just no excuses. They have to win there. You think they would, but they absolutely must win that game. But yeah, just what the doctor ordered, really, for Man United and Solskjaer. Eases a bit of pressure, eases the talk of Solskjaer getting sacked and Pochettino coming in. That is a good win for United at Everton. Let's have a look at the match stats for the game. Everton, in the end, with more possession, 54% possession to Man United's 46%, but 7 goal attempts for Everton, but just the 1 on target. And that was the goal. They really, just since the goal, it just didn't look threatening at all, Everton. That would disappoint Ancelotti. For Man United, they've had 13 attempts, 5 on target. Of course, 3 of those were goals. 5 corners for Everton to Man United's 2. They put a bit of pressure on at times, but as I said, Everton just did not do enough, I don't think, to cause United problems. We know United have had a shaky defence, but credit to Lindelof and in particular Maguire, who got his head to crucial crosses so many times to stop Calvert-Lewin coming in to potentially score. So Maguire had one of his better performances this season. Rashford was again lively, and Bruno Fernandes in the end gets 2 goals and an assist. He plays a part in all 3 goals for United. You'd say probably deservedly was given man of the match. And for Everton, it's 3 losses in a row now after 4 wins and a draw in their first 5 matches. They won their first 4, didn't they? Drew against Liverpool. This is a poor little run that they really need to put an end to, you have to say. And next time out, Everton, they're away to Fulham, and Fulham, we know, struggling. That is a must-win for Everton. They cannot lose 4 on the spin, really. They'll start sliding back down the table, and things will start to look a little bleak again for them. So we will see. But as for Man United, it's a must-win game for them. After that, after a poor start. Fernandes now doing a post-match interviews, asking, clearing up that goal, whether it's his or Rashford's. He said he doesn't care. Most important is the goal and the win for the team, which is a good answer. And it's a good reaction for Man United, let's be honest, from disappointment they've had, particularly in the league. This is a good way to bounce back from that 1-0 home defeat against Arsenal. But crucial, they must win at home to West Brom next time out in the Premier League. Of course, the international break comes now, so the players will go off with their respective nations to compete in a few games. Solskjaer will be hoping no key players get injured, as will all managers, hoping their key players don't get injured. But that's the risk, I suppose, with international breaks and players playing for their countries. We'll have to wait and see. But as I said, 3 more Premier League games today at 3 o'clock on BT Sport Box Office. There's Crystal Palace against Leeds. At 5:30 on Sky Sports, we have Chelsea against Sheffield United. We won't be covering those games, of course, but you can watch those still. And West Ham against Fulham is an 8 o'clock kickoff. That's on BT Sport. That's on BT Sport Box Office. So, yeah, great win for Manchester United at Goodison Park. It would be interesting to see what Ancelotti says, actually. I mean, it was a lacklustre performance, wasn't it? Everton, there was talk of Everton winning the title, wasn't there, only a few weeks ago? Looks far from it now, doesn't it? Yeah, there's problems at Everton. I mean, as I said, they do lack depth. If they don't have everyone fit and firing, there's problems for them because they don't have that depth on the bench. There aren't many game changers on that bench. They've got a good first 11. If that strongest first 11 stayed fit, they'd be absolutely fine, I think. They'd be, I wouldn't say even top 4, but they'd be competing for European places. I think Everton can expect much more than that. But it's already seen they've lost key games already, and they've lost key players. Rodriguez lost the last game, missing last game, and Richarlison's been missing for a couple of games. He's a key loss for them, so it just shows when they don't have everyone fit, they aren't winning matches. So that's something to address, I suppose, in January. Maybe they'll go out and try and strengthen the squad even more. I don't know. Ancelotti will probably try and strengthen the squad. Whether he'll be able to or not remains to be seen. But from a Man United perspective, Solskjaer will sleep a lot better tonight. I think there would have been a lot of talk about him getting sacked to him leaving, wouldn't there, if Man United had lost today, especially after, I mean, they lost against Arsenal at home in the league, and then they lost in Turkey in the Champions League against Istanbul Başakşehir. So, big win for them. Eases the pressure on Solskjaer. They need to string a run of results together in the league, though. They've been far too up and down, haven't they? They need to find some consistency. They need to go on a run of 4, 5, 6 matches where they kind of go unbeaten and pick up points, and let's be honest, try and get back into the positions that Man United should be in the league, which is, I mean, at least in that top 6. But I mean, Man United are, biggest club in the world, really. They should be fighting right up there at the top, but that hasn't been the case for many years now. And if you look at that squad, they should be up there, shouldn't they? They should be up there competing. So, yeah, but we haven't been short on goals, have we? I mean, 3-1, and from a neutral perspective, we weren't disappointed. And yeah, I think that's just about all to say. A fantastic result for Manchester United, still sitting in 13th, but a good win for them. As for Everton, trouble ahead, but in terms of our coverage on RS Media. As I said, a couple of games for you tomorrow. Coverage from 12:30. We have Hampton and Richmond Borough against Oldham, and Eastleigh against MK Dons. Both FA Cup first round matches. Live commentaries of both of those. Tune in tomorrow for that. But I've been Jordan Soll. Thank you very much for joining me for this coverage of this game. Man United 3-1 winners at Goodison Park. A good win for them. And until next time, I'll see you later.